On January 7, the armed forces of Ukraine struck the command post of the 810th Separate Marine Brigade of Russia in the Kursk region, according to the General Staff of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. Russian command continues to concentrate personnel and equipment in the Kursk direction. The 47th Separate Mechanized Brigade Magura reported repelling a massive Russian attack.
The attacks were carried out in 6 waves. The enemy also attempted to break through with tanks, infantry fighting vehicles, armored personnel carriers and even buggies, a total of about 50 units of equipment. Tanks, IFV-2, airborne fighting vehicle, armored personnel carriers, buggies and Lancet drones. Our soldiers, together with their allies, destroyed enemy equipment worth tens of millions of dollars. From their message of the 47th Separate Mechanized Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces on Telegram.
The Ukrainian armed forces are attacking the Russian army on multiple fronts, destroying armored vehicles, storage facilities and enemy personnel. Recently, Russian forces have been intensifying shelling on the town of Sudzha in the Kursk region and surrounding villages.
Civilians are mostly at home or in shelters, as the enemy has intensified shelling of Sudzha and its neighboring villages. Many villages are simply gone. From August 6 to the present day, 36 civilians have been killed as a result of aerial and artillery shelling of the town of Sudzha. About 100 people have been wounded, including many with severe and moderate injuries. Oleksiy Dmitrashkovsky, speaker of the Ukrainian military command in Sudzha, on the Ukrainian national telethon.
The Ukrainian Armed Forces operation in the Kursk region began on August 6, 2024. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is confident that the successful actions of the Ukrainian Armed Forces on the aggressor's territory demonstrate that the so-called red lines set by the Kremlin were nothing but a bluff.
For example, take the Kursk operation. It's one of our wins, I think one of the biggest wins, not just last year, but throughout the war. Many of Russian threats and bold claims turned out to be bluffing, especially after Ukraine's moved into the Kursk region. And I'm sure even more of their threats will prove to be bluffs if we all work even harder. Even harder together to push Russia toward peace.
This is a continuation of the creation of a buffer zone for the security of some regions, because we understand that all the forces currently in this direction could at any moment end up in the Kharkiv, Kurachiv or Pokrovsk directions, or in our southern territories. The main question is reducing the fire pressure, especially on civilians in our territories.
According to the General Staff of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, during the 5 months of the Kursk operation, Russia lost more than 38,000 personnel, including around 5,000 killed. The Ukrainian Armed Forces captured 860 Russian servicemen. Russian equipment losses include 104 tanks, more than 500 armored combat vehicles, 330 artillery systems, 12 multiple missile launchers, 12 air defense systems, 1 aircraft, 3 helicopters and more than 800 drones.
We are talking about a war movement. The rules of this war for the Russian Federation have been written by the Ukrainian Defense Forces, and the activation of Ukrainian actions against Russian forces shows that this segment is very important. The Russians, after announcing 4 major offensives, ultimately failed to achieve their desired result.
In this war, North Korean assistance is not yielding the expected results for the Kremlin. North Korea has sent nearly 12,000 servicemen to Russia. According to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, losses among North Korean troops already amount to 4,000 killed and wounded. Reported by Alexandra Zaslavets, Victoria Smirnova, UATV News.